Basic premise is as simple as this. I basically got myself a tape that purports to be the final... I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I got myself a tape, which when I watched it was about approximately 6 to 7 hours of raw footage involving individuals at a graduation party for a small online college in Manhattan, New York City, okay? And these individuals were doing all of the typical things that individuals of that age do. Fornication, intoxication, flagellation, I don't even know what the other Asians may be, but they were doing them all. So at the end of the day, this is garden variety stuff. I see this shit 5 times a day, even before my breakfast. So this is nothing that would draw my attention. However, for some reasons, which I will disclose at a further time when it's appropriate, at the right suspenseful moment, the Federal Bureau of Investigation two special agents, in fact, visited my office in Beverly Hills, calling my attention to this. I just got the news about the testing. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. The following audiovisual did the tracking down and talking to everyone. They found out that now a couple people actually left the party. All right, I need you to take a pen and pencil. Anyone that calls, you just about all knowledge. We are not commenting. We thought it was honest to God, awful truth. It was the straight scoop. That was the real lives. They had actually perished in those fires. That this was not some publicity, marketing, crazy ass Blair Witch kind of stunt. Hell, I ain't that sophisticated. It was all just happenstance and
hoodwilling and hoodwinking and the wool over my eyes and all that other shit. That we had no knowledge of any impropriety associated with this production at all. We didn't do it. You know, that's all I can say to these people. We had no knowledge of this, and that's damn truth. You know that because you've been, how long you been with me now? What? Now, in fact, it was 2 weeks you've been working here that those packages started coming in here. Remember that? Well, we didn't even look at them until the FBI boys got involved. Talladega, okay? All right, and do the following things for me, okay? Mr. Bryan's going to be calling me all morning, all right? I want you to put him off. I want you to tell him that my grandmama died, my mother died, my cousins, tell him the whole family's dead. Now, I need you to go get that detective, that private eye. We have to figure out from where those FedExes came. Okay, we got to track down that bar who sent me that email saying that he was the filmmaker, okay? I need to get a meeting with him today, because when I talk to Mr. Bryan, and he's going to be pissed off to high hell, I got to fix this. I wasn't aware that they'd actually put too many bodies, well, it turns out what they did was they took cadavers and they put them in there. They were the same age and racial composition. They put damn clothes on them and the whole 9 yards. And then they saw that fire. They actually watched the damn fire from the cover of the woods. But suffice it to say that the whole thing was a scam, sham, flim-flam to the man. And I don't know why they did it, except made me sell some advertising on a television show, because I certainly know how to tell. I can sell a TV show. So I sold Snooki for MTV. You don't need no trick or device or gimmick, but I guess these boys and girls did. They thought they did. So anyway, it ain't no here nor there. But at this time, what we need to do is I need to speak with that filmmaker right away, because it looks like what I found out was these boys and girls are all alive, and they're in some island sitting there drinking pina coladas and enjoying the sun, and laughing all the way to the bank in the Cayman Islands, I guess, because it turns out not only are they getting the money from this TV show deal that I cut for them unknowingly, thinking that I was cutting it for the blind trust established for the families that were remaining, turns out that they were controlling it the whole time. Even the charities were false. Everything was bullshit. Yeah, basically, I mean, I got my 10%, so, I mean, I was compensated. But the fact is that those millions and millions of dollars were flowing down to the south in one of these little Virgin Islands where they were all sitting there in a house together, where it turns out, from my source, that they had filmed all of that as well. So, while it is a bit of a pickle we find ourselves in, if I do work the angles right, I do think that I can get a second season from NBC Universal Comcast. Yeah. So apparently they filmed everything that went down in those islands, and it was one of them girls that the girl that did, she wasn't getting along with anybody during the actual party, and see, the way this whole thing went down is. Besides the heat I was getting from the FBI, because they thought I was behind the whole damn thing. Of course, I had nothing to do with it. All I did was got the footage, and I looked at it, and then I tried to sell it to Comcast, and we made a deal. And that was still, I mean, I think I watched 4 minutes of that damn footage. I watched that trailer that they put together, and then I sold the damn thing to Robert Bryan, and that was it. I mean, literally, we went duck hunting, and I sold them while we were duck hunting. Turns out that right after the whole thing blew up, and it was getting really big in Europe, and was getting ready for this American debut, well, there was something leaked to the press. It was a piece of footage, like an outtake, and it was all these kids at the party, and they were all talking different. And then at the end of this footage, they actually are talking about, the word movie comes up, like they're actors or something. They actually talk about making a movie. So you put that next to all this footage, and you realize that these kids aren't graduating from no college. These kids are actors, professional actors. That's why I was so damn convincing. They got some talent, I'll admit, but, I guess they don't realize it's a felony to take it this far. I mean, fiction is one thing, and artistic license is another, but this thing, artistic license, they were speeding, and they were going 200 miles per hour and then going into jail. I know about law, but maybe it's illegal. Damn it, I don't even know. They got this Paranormal Activity, most powerful film ever made, and they want you to think it's real, and this whole reality is fake. Look, I ain't in it for that. I'm in it for the 10%. And I just got one thing to say. There's a one silver lining to all this is I get a hold of that filmmaker, and I get him to sign for these next seasons. I get the season of them down, and all the fractured relationships and strained reliances and survivor-like coincidences and all these things and dramas and conflicts that I'm sure that occurred with some probably very favorable lighting conditions in the southern hemisphere where I believe they're located right now. So we got a hold of that, And we also have an option for that third season, which I think would follow their trials, because obviously there's a mastermind. We just have to identify who the mastermind is. Obviously, one of the people that are involved. I mean, one of those actors must have been the director-producer.